It'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I got you.
Big grip.
Off play action. Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Throwing again. Herbert. A screen to Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Let's go.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Get in the weight room.
Bravo.
51 to Mike.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert looking middle, and that's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Geno.
operating from the gun. Herbert under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Hey, let's go.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's 2nd and 8. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 21 carries, 74 yards and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield looks to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Come on, set, 8, read. Switch. Go.
Throwing after the interception. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, foxtrot. 5.
2nd and 15. Open man, Gronkowski complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield completes it to Aguilar. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Mayfield. And now he's... And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
sudden I was winning this game, and all of a sudden I'm losing.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They get 7 there in the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Go! 90, Wolf!
54. Here we go.
5.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's get off the field.
A final shot before break. Herbert, now they go screen. It's complete. So we have come to halftime, and what's all? And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down, Tampa Bay. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Another run by Lindsey, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Mayfield. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Anthony Firkser, his first touchdown on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Herbert, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
It's Hill, complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Lindsey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's it, baby. We go.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, team 6.
To throw again. Herbert. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On first down, Lindsey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go again with Lindsey. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here we go.
Second and 1. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Looking to throw. Herbert, flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed